Is it a smartwatch or an advanced fitness tracker? Well, no matter how you label it, the facts are clear: around a month of battery life, always on display, GPS support, and a bunch of other goodies that I'll tell you about in the next minutes. The AMazfit Bip S. Welcome, Tech for Our channel, nice to meet you, Michael. And yeah, time for inspecting another awesome piece of tech which comes from the huge tech empire of Xiaomi. Because there's a company called XIaomi which takes care of designing and manufacturing most of the Xiaomi-related wearables, including the AMazfit portfolio. Perhaps the Bip S is the fitness tracker you've never heard of, or could be quite the opposite because the first generation of it appeared a long time ago, and if you allow me to, I'm going to call it a fitness tracker, although on AMazfit's website it stays under the smartwatches group. In fact, yes, you can also think of it as a smartwatch if you believe that AMazfit GTR and Verge Lite are such. Some people would refer to this tech as just feature watches as well, because their smart functions are severely limited. Therefore, it's quite hard to find the right category of competitors. On one side, there are the advanced fitness trackers like the Huawei Band 4 Pro, which also has a GPS. It seems to be ideal for comparing to, but on the other side, the Bip S is no worse than the AMazfit GTR in terms of smart features that it offers. And of course, the similarity to Apple's watch design is undeniable, and maybe this was AMazfit's initial inspiration. In fact, from all of their devices, I've seen considerably less ads for the Bip S, perhaps because it is so affordable and good that it will sell well no matter what. The device was launched this summer at a price of $69, at least that's what most press releases claimed, but actually it costs around $79 on most web stores. And check out the description of the video in order to get a link to the best deal I managed to find for you. Unboxing is good, the AMazfit Touch, which as usual feels great, and the watch is to be found into this white box. There's nothing too unusual or too great about the pack. You get only the Bip S, together with a charging dock and the instructions and warranty information. Speaking about warranty, I strongly recommend you to get it from a place where you can actually count on the warranty, because there have been multiple reports that AMazfit support is declining any service in case it's not purchased from any of their official distributors. The watch feels very lightweight, and it is 31 grams, which is 1 gram less than the predecessors, and that's including the strap's weight. It is so light and slim and soft and gentle to the skin that there will be moments where you won't feel it at all. I had a situation where I had to deliberately check my hand in order to confirm that the watch is still there. Again, plastic design with the typical for the Bip series transflective display. While some of you like a lot AMOLED screens with vivid colors, I have the opinion that watches are supposed to be well visible all the time, especially outdoors on a shiny day, and that's exactly the purpose of the transflective screens. Guess it all started with Pebble, and these days AMazfit seem to be one of the very few vendors that keep on utilizing such displays. So no, you won't enjoy true colors, but there still are great animated watch faces and design that is stylish. And the colors trade-off is just about right considering the battery life. Oh yeah, let me be more specific about the technical side. 1.28-inch display, which of course has backlight for moments when it's too dark, between 20 and 40 days of battery life, waterproof up to 5 ATM, stainless steel button on the side, biological tracking optical sensor embedded, 10 different kinds of sport activities, GPS and GLONASS supported, Bluetooth 5, replaceable straps, Pi support, and even editable watch faces. The best news is for the sport addicts. With GPS on, AMazfit Bip S promises battery life up to 22 hours. Just as comparison, when in GPS mode, the Garmin Fenix 5 can last only 14 hours, so the package here is great. Looks like nothing is fundamentally changed from the previous generations, but there are upgrades in almost every compartment, especially the bio-tracking modes, because now the HR tracking precision is much greater. Switching to the software side, you count on touch taps and gestures, and the button on the side, which we mentioned is made out of stainless steel. Navigation is quite simple, and if you've ever had a smartwatch, no matter the brand, this is likely going to feel very familiar. There are a few shortcuts that you can easily reach by swiping left or right. You could of course define which exact shortcuts would appear. Standardly, there would be weather info, heart rate data, music control, step summary, and so on. Swipe up and you will access the notifications. Swipe down for the quick toggles. So far nothing difficult, English is the standard language, and there are a few other languages supported. Even if your native language is not present, there's at least a great chance to have character support for your own alphabet, and it is likely going to be well visible on the screen. I can confirm that for Cyrillic, however there is no emoji support, and of course, since it's quite a basic operating system, nothing like a virtual keyboard or even short predefined responses. But at least you can see the icon of the app that sends the message, and thanks to the relatively big screen, you can read large portions of these messages. To get to all the apps, use the button. Pi and workouts are particularly interesting. PAI because it's a great way to track your fitness status on a daily basis, and it's something that more and more vendors seem to add these days. It's also part of the Mi Band 5 feature set. If you want to prolong your battery life, that's something to keep turned off because it consumes a lot of the battery resources. The workouts are great too. You can do sports and count on GPS turned on. Precision is pretty good. Unfortunately, the sports types are not countless. You have running, cycling, walking, even pool swimming. Most of the workouts have configuration to be applied. For instance, you can specify the pool size and get better lap tracking. I tried measuring football, or at least the distance that I cover while running on the pitch, but let's say the results were not exactly what I hoped for. Cycling is, however, quite accurate. Inside the settings menu, there are some good config options. Perhaps the most interesting is the brightness level of the backlight and the behavior. For long press of the physical button, you can configure it to launch a sports type on your choice. Some good options for watch faces, and there even are some watch faces that you can customize. The smartphone app covers all the AMazfit wearables released until now. It did receive a massive redesign last year, and I somehow still don't like it that much, but in terms of functionality, it's better than ever. There are a lot more options that you can fine-tune about the watch behavior, which is great, and of course, very detailed statistics about your health data. Something we didn't mention so far, the heart rate measuring is now better than ever, very precise and reliable, so definitely something you can count on in case you go for that wearable. However, consumes a bit more of the battery life. The sleep tracking is also pretty good, although the watch is still not too sure what to do in case you sleep during daytime, and that's something the Mi Band 5 handles in a better way. But overall, I'm quite pleased with the software experience. It is well upgraded compared to the predecessors. In fact, I do believe this is by far the best choice you can make if you want to have a really great and amazing fitness tracker. For a smartwatch, while it's often disguised with such a title, the Bip S is not too smart, but can definitely compete with devices that cost above $100, like the AMazfit GTR and even the older Huawei Watch GT. Of course, there are a lot of features missing. No speaker, no microphone, no SpO2 measuring, a bit annoying charging base, and no wireless charging apparently. It's not too premiumly built, but honestly, the fact that you can see the screen without lifting your wrist even under direct sunlight, and the fact that with some fine-tuning the battery is going to last for a month, even with continuous HR tracking and sleep tracking, and also the fact you can count on GPS when doing sports, makes me think that these close to $80 that it is worth are perhaps the best price for a device coming from a reputable brand with good software and firmware support. So yeah, I definitely think the new revision of the Bip S, while not offering huge upgrades, is totally a great choice if you look for a very basic smartwatch or for a decently equipped lightweight fitness tracker with GPS. What do you think? Is that the bridge between smartwatches and fitness bands? Do you hope to see more devices of such kind? Or you would be happy enough with the AMOLED display on the Mi Band 5 at half of that price? Let me know about the answers to these questions in the comments below, and in the meanwhile, take a moment to give me the feedback about the video using the like or dislike buttons. To those of you that really liked what you've seen so far, there also is a nice red subscribe button to add my channel to your preferred list, and that would be such an honor. Thanks a lot for watching this episode. As usual, links to all the equipment shown and tested throughout the video you can find in the description below. My name is Michael, and since this episode just came to an end, time to wish you a fantastic day. Take a good care of yourself and your fitness, and see you soon. Bye!